I'm going to be making a knife for Scab's knife making challenge. So I have 3 knives here that I have made, and I want to pick from one of these designs. I'm ready from the start to rule out a Scandi knife. Even though this does fit the criteria, this is between a 4 and 6 inch blade. This is 4.5 inches. To me, a Scandi knife is a little too much of a one-trick pony. They excel at working with wood, but with the single bevel, they want to push material apart too much as it's cut. So they don't make the best meat processing tool. This would not be the knife of choice for processing game or for use in the kitchen or just as a general utility knife. So I'm going to rule this one out right from the start. To me, it really comes down to these 2 knives that I have left sitting on the table. These are both knives that I've made years ago. This first one has a saber grind, and this second one is a convex. What I envision this one as being is an outdoorsman's knife. Matter of fact, I call this one the outdoorsman. As you can see, this is 01 tool steel. The blade has a lot of patina on it. This blade has seen a lot of use. As you can see, the bevel is very small, and that's a 30-degree bevel down on here. So I ground this knife pretty thin behind the edge. This thing is an incredible slicer. It's also very tough. It works great as a bushcraft knife, but this will also excel at game processing. And it'll also function great in the kitchen or for any kind of general purpose cutting you have. On this one, I do have an exposed pommel, which I like. That I will be incorporating into this. And this one is a convex grind. This has a little different belly. This is a little closer to being a spear point, where this other one is more of a drop point, and it has a little bit more of a round on the belly. This knife has a continuous curve all the way along because curved knives cut better. Being a convex, this knife is a little bit more robust. It's a little bit thicker behind the edge, and this would be a good replacement for a bushcraft knife. This knife will do all your bushcraft type tasks every bit as good as a bushcraft knife. Plus, you can push this knife into service for so many other things. It's a great kitchen knife. It'll also be good at game processing. So the choice comes down to these 2 knives. Let me know in the comments below which one of these 2 you would prefer. They're both very similar size, just over 4.5 inches. This one's 4.25 inches. So I want to choose between one of these 2 designs. So let me know in the comments what you think. Which style of knife here you like better. Let me give you a quick look at the leather sheaths for this. These are very heavy duty. These are made out of 12-ounce leather. They have 3 carry options. You have your standard belt loop, and then you have a dangler, which is attached by around the carabiner, so this can be taken off. And then a loop for cross draw, so you can put this on your belt. And I like carrying this cross draw offhand, that way I can carry a firearm. And this is the sheath for the other one. This one was the prototype. So this isn't sewn on, this is just, the loop is just bolted on this one. And I really like the sheath design a lot. Again, I tend to overbuild things, so it's very heavy duty leather. And I'm sure this sheath will last a lifetime. I might make the next one, I might drop it down to about an 8-ounce piece of leather, because this adds a lot of, really it adds a lot of unnecessary bulk to the knife, but I like it.